Have you ever wondered if that little difficulty getting up from a chair or feeling weaker when carrying groceries might be your body quietly warning you of something much bigger? Could this subtle change be a message that deserves your full attention before it becomes impossible to ignore? If you're over 60, or if you lovingly care for someone who is, you know that every year brings new challenges and sometimes new fears. But you also know the value of every small victory, every day of independence, and every moment lived with dignity. This conversation is for you, with all the care and honesty you deserve. Today, I want to share something that many people overlook. You'll discover how simple changes, things that often go unnoticed, can actually reveal important truths about your health. And the best part? There are practical ways to notice these signs and act on them, often before any test ever does. Before we begin, I'd love for you to leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. It's amazing to see this community of care and awareness growing in every corner. Now, pay close attention, because the very first sign might already be a part of your daily routine, hidden in plain sight. How easily you get up from a chair. Have you noticed how you get up from a chair? It might seem simple, but this small movement can reveal a lot about how your body is doing. When standing up becomes a little slower, or you need to push with your arms, it's a gentle warning from your muscles. Health professionals often look at this sign because it's one of the first things that changes with age, sometimes even before you feel weak or tired. Getting up smoothly shows strength, balance, and confidence. It's a sign that your muscles are active and ready to support you in everything you do. When this movement gets harder, it can mean your muscles are starting to lose their power, often without you noticing. Take Maria, for example. She's 72 and has always loved her morning coffee by the window. One day, she realized it was taking her a few extra seconds to stand up. Instead of ignoring it, she decided to practice standing and sitting every morning. Just a few times, slowly and carefully. Over time, she noticed it became easier and she felt more steady on her feet. Now, she even enjoys short walks in the park with her grandson. Carlos, on the other hand, is 75. He brushed off those same little struggles. He told himself it was just part of getting older. After a few months, it took him so long to get up that he started avoiding activities he used to love, like playing cards with friends or tending his garden. He felt frustrated, and his world became a bit smaller. Ignoring this small change can quietly take away your freedom. It can make daily life harder and increase your risk of falls. But there's good news. Practicing the simple act of sitting and standing, using a sturdy chair, just a few times a day, can make a big difference. Even holding onto the back of the chair for safety is enough to help rebuild your strength. And if you think this first sign says a lot, just wait. Next, we'll explore a detail that so many overlook, but reveals even more than you might imagine. The steadiness of their grip when holding everyday objects. Have you noticed how someone holds a cup of coffee, turns a doorknob, or carries their shopping bag? The simple act of gripping objects firmly and securely often goes unnoticed until it becomes difficult. This is more than just a handshake or opening a jar. The steadiness and strength of your grip are powerful signals that your muscles, nerves, and coordination are working in harmony. For healthcare professionals, a weakening grip is often among the first things they pay attention to, even before running any tests. It's like the body's silent language, quietly telling us if something deeper might be changing. A steady grip means you can open your favorite book without fumbling, confidently fasten your shirt buttons, or pour water into a glass without worrying about spills. These are small moments, but they add up to independence and dignity. For example, let's meet Anna and Vera. Both are 71. Both love to cook for their grandchildren. Anna can peel potatoes, stir the soup, and set the table with ease, her hands steady and sure. Vera, however, has started to struggle. She finds jars stubborn, lids slip from her fingers, and sometimes she's embarrassed to ask for help. Anna feels proud and in control, while Vera's frustration grows, and she's begun to avoid tasks she once loved. If this sign is ignored, the risks can quietly multiply. Grip weakness doesn't just make daily chores harder, It can signal declining muscle strength and a higher chance of accidents, like dropping hot pots or slipping while holding onto a railing. It can also hint at early neurological changes, often before any diagnosis appears. Small difficulties today can become major barriers tomorrow if left unchecked. The good news is you can train your grip at home. Try squeezing a soft rubber ball several times a day, or practice picking up coins and small objects from the table. Even folding towels with intention or gently opening and closing clothespins can make all the difference in endurance and accuracy. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't wait. Subscribe to the channel right now. Here, every video is designed to help you live more safely, independently, and healthily. And remember, paying attention to your grip is just the beginning. The next sign may be even more surprising, something you use every day but rarely think about. The way you manage unexpected changes in your daily routine. Have you ever noticed how you react when something doesn't go as planned? Maybe a friend cancels a visit last minute, or the grocery store runs out of your favorite bread. This is more than just a momentary annoyance. It's a subtle sign of how adaptable and resilient you feel as the years go by. Adapting to small changes is not just about convenience. It's about your mind's flexibility, your emotional calm, and your overall well-being. When we start to resist or feel overwhelmed by minor disruptions, it can indicate that our coping strategies are getting weaker. This isn't always obvious. It might show up as irritability, frustration, or a sense that everyday life feels harder than it used to. These feelings might seem harmless, but over time, they can chip away at our confidence and even affect our health, increasing stress and making us less willing to try new things. Take Hugo, 72, who noticed he was snapping at his daughter when plans changed unexpectedly. He realized that these moments left him tense for hours. So Hugo decided to make small adjustments. He started practicing a breathing exercise each morning and reminded himself to pause before reacting. With time, he found he was calmer and more flexible, enjoying his days even when things didn't go as expected. In contrast, Clara, 75, brushed aside her rising frustration. She became withdrawn, avoided social events because the uncertainty felt too stressful, and started to feel isolated. Her world slowly shrank, and she felt lonelier than ever. Ignoring how we respond to change can make life smaller and less joyful. The good news? Simple steps can make a big difference. Try pausing for a deep breath when plans shift, or write down how you feel at the end of the day. These habits build emotional strength, helping you handle surprises with greater ease. After all, sometimes what matters most isn't what changes around us, but how we respond inside. The invisible fatigue that steals your days, there's a kind of tiredness that isn't always easy to spot. It settles in quietly, often mistaken for normal aging, but it slowly drains your strength from the inside out. This is the tiredness of poor quality rest, the silent nights when sleep doesn't truly restore you, even if you don't remember waking up. Imagine your body as a battery that never fully recharges. You wake up, but something feels off. Your mind is foggy, your patience thinner, your joy a bit more distant. Sleep isn't just about shutting your eyes. It's the moment when your body repairs, your mind organizes memories, and your heart finds calm. When this rest is broken by anxious thoughts, light sleep, or a restless mind, your system runs on empty. The signs? They're subtle. A little more forgetfulness, a sharper tongue in the morning, a feeling that nothing is quite right, even on peaceful days. Take Arthur and Lucia, both in their 70s. Their days look similar, but their nights couldn't be more different. Arthur turns off the lights at the same time every evening, listens to soft music, and lets his mind slow down. He wakes up refreshed, curious, ready to greet the day. Lucia, on the other hand, lies awake scrolling on her phone, tossing and turning. She wakes up tired, her thoughts scattered, her patience short. By afternoon, her energy is gone, and small problems seem huge. Ignoring this silent sign, this inner exhaustion, can slowly wear you down. Your body's defenses weaken, your mood darkens, and even your memory may slip. Over time, This invisible fatigue can speed up aging, making each day feel heavier than the last. But the good news is that it's possible to break the cycle. Small actions, like setting a regular bedtime, choosing gentle music over screens, or taking a morning walk in the sunlight, can help your nights become truly restorative. If you're looking for more practical, gentle ways to reclaim restful sleep and renew your energy, we've prepared a free ebook with simple, effective tips. The link is in the pinned comments. Take a moment to care for yourself with kindness and awareness. Sometimes the quietest signals are the most urgent. And as you listen to your body's need for rest, perhaps another clue is waiting, hidden in the way you nourish yourself or in the feelings you keep inside. How your meals have been lately, sometimes the first sign is right in front of us, the way we eat. Have you noticed changes in your appetite? Or maybe you feel satisfied too quickly. Maybe you've lost interest in meals that once brought you comfort and joy. These small changes matter. When your appetite fades or eating becomes a routine without pleasure, your body sends out a warning. It's not just aging. It's your body asking for help. Eating well is about much more than feeling full. Meals rich in color, flavor, and variety help keep your muscles strong, your mind alert, and your mood balanced. A healthy appetite means your body is getting what it needs to repair itself, to fight infections, and to give you energy. When appetite weakens or eating feels like a task, you might start to notice weakness, tiredness, or even sadness without a clear reason. Let's imagine two different stories. Rosa enjoys her meals, tries new vegetables, and looks forward to simple flavors each day. She feels more energy, has the strength to walk and stretch, and smiles at the little pleasures of eating. In contrast, Jorge has started skipping meals. He says he's not hungry, and food has lost its taste. He feels weaker, gets tired easily, and sometimes just doesn't feel like getting out of bed. The difference is clear. Food is not just fuel. It's a source of life and happiness. If you ignore these changes, the risks can grow quietly. Muscle mass melts away. Your defenses weaken. Falls become more common, and focus slips away. Even your mood can darken. When the body is not nourished, it starts to let go of what keeps you strong, one piece at a time. But there's hope. Begin with small steps. Eat at regular times, add colors to your plate, and choose foods from the earth, fruits, roots, and grains. Drink enough water. Each bite is a gesture of care for yourself. And as your body finds new strength, it's time to listen to another part of you, the one that feels silent burdens or faces invisible storms. The emptiness in your connections. Sometimes what hurts most is not what is said, but what is never shared. When silence fills the spaces once warmed by laughter, or when days pass without a simple greeting, the heart feels it. The body, too, senses when affection is missing, when routine becomes too quiet, and when the world outside seems to keep spinning while you remain still. Loneliness is an invisible ache. It doesn't just touch the mind. It seeps into the body, changing how we feel and move. Isolation, even when unintentional, can trigger stress, sap motivation, and slowly dim the light inside. Emotional disconnection is not just a fleeting sadness. It can spark memory lapses, weaken the immune system, and make every day feel heavier. Without genuine human contact, the will to care for oneself fades, and small tasks become burdens. This happens to many people quietly and gradually, but it is never a sign of weakness, nor something to be ashamed of. Let's meet two people. Helena starts her mornings by calling her sister, and every Tuesday, she joins a group to play cards, even if it's online. Sharing stories, laughter, and worries, she feels energy returning to her voice and a gentle motivation to face the day. Meanwhile, Paolo pours his coffee each morning and sits alone. Lunch is silent, and days go by without a single conversation. He notices his memory slipping, his energy waning, and a weight in his chest that won't go away. The difference between them is not luck, it's connection. Emotional isolation, when ignored, can quietly drain our purpose. The risk of depression rises, motivation fades, and even the body's defenses grow weaker. The world feels colder, and the simplest joys seem distant. But this too can change. Sometimes, reaching out is as simple as sending a message, making a call, or inviting someone for a walk. Even a 5-minute conversation can bring warmth back to the day and remind you that you're not alone. And when the silence outside begins to echo inside your body, it's a gentle sign to care for both your heart and your steps. Because soon, we'll talk about how your body's balance may be the next message it's trying to send. When every step feels less certain, a stumble here, a slip there, sometimes we laugh it off or blame the shoes, the rug, or even the weather. But what if it's not just a distraction? Subtle shifts in balance, the slight wobble when getting out of bed, that uneasy feeling on the stairs, or the nervousness crossing a wet bathroom floor can be the very first whispers from your body that something deeper is changing. These moments of instability are easy to ignore, yet they are important messengers. They may reveal early loss of muscle strength, changes in posture, or even the first signs of neurological slowdown. When we brush these signs aside, telling ourselves it's just age or a busy mind, we risk letting a small problem grow into a serious one. Falls, fractures, even a sudden loss of independence. Take Anna, who noticed she was gripping the handrail a little tighter going down the stairs. Instead of ignoring it, she started simple balance exercises at home, walking heel-to-toe along the hallway, standing on one foot with a chair nearby for support. She felt silly at first, but soon her confidence returned. On the other hand, Roberto dismissed his slips in the kitchen as clumsiness. When he lost his balance in the shower, the resulting injury kept him away from his beloved walks and made him fearful of going out alone. Ignoring the body's early warnings can lead to more than a bruise or a moment of embarrassment. A single fall can bring months in recovery, hospital stays, and the unsettling fear of losing one's freedom. But just 5 minutes a day of mindful movement, simple balance training, or using a chair for support can restore trust in your own steps. Think of it as giving yourself the gift of continued independence. And if the body has already shown where it is fragile, perhaps the next sign is even quieter, hidden deep inside, waiting to be understood. What still weighs on your heart sometimes, the heaviest burden we carry, isn't visible. It's the silent ache of words left unsaid, the weight of old regrets, or the secret sorrow we tuck away in the corners of our soul. These emotions, quietly stored, shape our days in ways we rarely notice. The body remembers everything the heart refuses to release. Muscles tense, breath shorten, sleep becomes restless. Even our energy feels dulled, as if a gentle shadow has settled over our joy. It's not about blaming yourself. We all have wounds that took root quietly, growing roots over the years. But when we hold on to pain, resentment, or guilt, our nervous system stays on alert. The immune system weakens. Small habits change. Maybe we withdraw, lose interest in the things we once loved, or simply feel older than we truly are. The body ages faster when the soul is burdened by what should have already left. Imagine Clara, who has carried old grudges and unresolved grief for decades. She rarely speaks of them, believing time would erase the sting. Yet, her nights are filled with restless dreams, her days colored by fatigue and an unexplainable heaviness. Her laughter sounds distant, her energy a fraction of what it once was. In contrast, Anna chose another path. She began writing letters she never sent, whispering forgiveness in quiet moments, and sharing her feelings with a trusted friend. Slowly, the tightness in her chest softened. Her sleep deepened. She moved lighter, found herself smiling at small things again, and noticed a gentle return of vitality. Ignoring this hidden emotional pain is like locking your heart in a room without windows. The air grows stale. Light struggles to get in. Emotional aging quickens. Energy fades. The risk of illness rises. And above all, isolation deepens, not just from others, but from your truest self. You can begin to release this weight, even in simple ways. Write down your feelings, just for yourself. Practice silent forgiveness. Create moments of gentle prayer, or allow yourself to be truly heard by someone you trust. Remember, letting go is a gift you offer to your own heart. Forgiveness doesn't rewrite your story. It simply softens the ache. And as the heart learns to let go, the body discovers it can finally breathe again. But have you noticed the quiet strength that still lives inside you, waiting for its moment to shine? Today, you had the chance to look inside, with your eyes and with your heart. Throughout our journey, we explored how every change, every sign in your body or mind, is not a sentence, but a gentle invitation to care. The stories we shared are not about fear or diagnosis, but about awareness and possibility. Every detail, from your balance to your emotional silence, can open up paths to a longer, better life if you pay attention and act. Now, I invite you to take this moment for yourself. Observe your own rhythm. Notice how you move, what you feel, what you eat, and how you connect with others. Listen to the conversations you have and the ones you avoid. Change does not demand perfection or a complete overhaul. It simply asks for one small, conscious gesture today. Maybe a slower walk, a more colorful meal, a phone call to someone you miss, or a moment of gentle silence. It's in these simple choices that transformation begins, and these steps are within everyone's reach. Thank you for joining us until the end of this conversation. Your presence here proves just how much you value your life or the lives of those you love. That willingness to care, to learn, and to reflect is a rare strength and deserves deep respect and affection. If this content resonated with you, subscribe now and activate notifications. Here, each video is an invitation to remember your own value, to receive useful tools, and to keep learning how to live with more awareness and dignity. Don't miss the next step on your journey. Remember, it's not time that steals your strength. It's ignoring the signs your life gives you. Listen closely to your body, your emotions, and your memories. Respond with care, and let hope guide your choices. What you do today is shaping the days to come. And yes, there is still time to make this future brighter and stronger than you ever imagined.